I've created a special stir fry, which I call Frying High. This is the dish with everything. It has colour, texture, flavour, aroma, and most importantly, goodness. It relies on vegetables for its success, such as these wonders: carrots, broccoli, baby corn, bok choy, capsicum. And for an added effect, a little crunch, some almonds. I like to use blanched almonds, that is with the skins off. And what I do to start with is to actually toast them lightly in a dry pan. The toasting brings out the flavour and the aroma, and this could be done with most nuts. This only takes a few seconds and then they're removed from the pan. I also use chicken in this dish. What I do is cut skinless thigh pieces into bite-sized chunks. Then in that same pan or wok over very high heat, I fry the chicken pieces briskly for 3 or 4 minutes in a little oil. Any light flavoured oil, canola, peanut, vegetable oil can be used. Now just before the chicken is finished cooking, while it still has a little pink in it, I add some soya sauce. Now you could use any soy sauce for this, but I prefer the Indonesian soy sauce, kecap manis, with its slight sweetness. Another minute or so and the chicken pieces are removed. Now to the vegetables. Now the first one I use is actually spring onions, but you could use other sorts of onions. I'm using the white part in the cooking and reserving the green part for garnish. And then I put in carrots, strips of carrots, some capsicum. Now because I'm using mostly green and red in the dish, I like to use a yellow capsicum for this. Now with any stir fry, it's a good idea to have as much heat as possible, because otherwise the vegetables might stew, and we don't want that. Now broccoli florets, it's best to use these fairly small. To avoid the vegetables scorching, I usually add just a little stock rather than more oil. Now I toss in some Chinese vegetables, some bok choy or tatsoi. Now to corn. For convenience, I like to use canned baby corn, drained. But you could also use fresh corn kernels cut off the cob. Now for those crunchy blanched almonds. And then I toss the chicken in just to finish cooking. And then I season with an optional hoisin sauce. This is a wonderful sauce made of beans and usually seasoned with 5-spice. Just stir a generous amount through. And I grind in, again, a generous amount of black pepper, and the frying high is ready to serve. Degree of difficulty, well, as you could see, very easy indeed. Preparation time, about 25 to 30 minutes in total. Keepability, best eaten immediately, but it can be eaten cold as a salad or warmed up later. A final garnish of spring onion, and the dish is complete. The Consuming Passion's Frying High. I like to put a little bowl of chilli on the side for those that like it hot. A wine accompaniment, something big on fruit, a Verdelho or Chardonnay, or a blend of the two. From Consuming Passions till next time, bon appetit. The taste test.